Okay, Siobhan, you have two options right now. Number one is you're taken out by the enemy, which means the enemy gets whatever their objective is, which in this case, you would die. Your other option is you take what's known as an extreme consequence, which can absorb up to 8 shifts of damage. That does not go in a consequence slot, that replaces one of your character aspects.
I'll go for the extreme consequence.
You have to rename any one of your character aspects other than your high cons.
Okay.
Maybe now you're a mute.
I was gonna say mute.
The Iron Ghost releases her grip and Siobhan drops to the floor like a sack of bricks. She is alive, but only by the narrowest hair's breadth. The ghost stands over her tall and silent. It's 6 against 1, and the 1 is winning.
Harmony is going to reach into her pocket, and she is going to produce the special enchanted flask that was given to her by Pilar Aguila.
Oh shit, that was in the flashback.
And she is going to create an advantage by dousing the Iron Ghost with what is hopefully flammable alcohol.
Smart.
Okay. I guess we can say CQC since you're like kind of making an attack at range 0.
CQC is not terrible, although I did roll a 0.
That's usually a success.
I mean, no.
I mean, usually like a 2 is a success.
Well, let's see what the Iron Ghost's defense roll was before we jump to conclusions.
5.
Oh, fuck.
Okay? As my minor action, I'm going to turn to Silas and just shout, Silas! Gasoline!
I'm guessing through my traumatic injuries, I can still hear and comprehend what's going on around me. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to I'll roll conjuration to make some gasoline.
Alright, go ahead and roll conjuration.
A 4.
Solid.
Where are you trying to conjure the gasoline?
I'm gonna conjure it up directly above the Iron Ghost.
Okay. You conjure up a big airborne puddle of gasoline, which sprays down on top of you and douses the Iron Ghost in fuel-efficient gasoline.
I'll try and retreat a little bit.
So I'm gonna bring a Molotov at the Iron Ghost, I guess.
If you're rolling explosives, that's going to hit Harmony also.
I'm aware.
I'm also aware.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and roll explosives here.
Go for it.
That's a 4.
What
Okay.
do I roll to avoid?
Athletics. Adam, did you want to spend a fate point to invoke that gasoline?
Oh, yeah.
It's a 3. I only take 1 shift.
Well, no, because I did say I wanted to invoke that gasoline, so now you're taking 3.
And the Iron Ghost takes 5 shifts of damage just to burst into flames.
I'm predicting she's gonna be pissed off at me.
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to kind of like backtrack to where Siobhan is.
Okay.
And, okay. It is mysticism that we can use to attempt to heal somebody, right?
Do you have the healing stunt? Because I think combat medic was a stunt.
See, this is where, like, being the recon person is not very good.
You could pick Siobhan up on your back and then go try to find Audrey, who can do something for her.
Oh, see, that's a much better point. Okay. Oh, wait. Aha. One more thing. I'm going to roll illusion to project that we actually haven't moved whatsoever from our original spot.
Go ahead and roll illusion for me.
I got a 1.
You want to invoke anything on that?
You could invoke espionage, because it's a sneaky thing to do.
I guess. What is that, a 2? Or a 3?
That'd be a 3, which is probably
Okay.
good enough.
Fair.
So we're gonna move. I'm gonna go west, young Scoob, but stealthily because I don't know what's going on up front. So I'm gonna roll stealth.
Sure, go for it. That's fine.
Yep, that's a 2.
The darkness clears as your light approaches. There's more darkness to the south, but other than that, you've pretty much explored the extent of these caves.
That was just a move action, right, for me?
Yeah, that was just moving.
Well, if I can, maybe I'll just move again.
You could move again.
We're so close. Actually, I am gonna move again, but I'm gonna move not
Towards
sucked
us?
into the darkness. Yeah, I'm gonna pop another 2 spaces over here to you guys because I can see you. Since this kind of led in a circle, and I might as well be over here for next turn so I can heal somebody.
Oh, right, Dookie has a turn. He's gonna run away. Iron Ghost's turn. She's gonna take a moment to pat the flames off of her, whatever is still burning. She's gonna look at you, Harmony, and she's gonna turn her attention to the north, and she's gonna go after Silas.
Oh, geez, who
Oh.
could have possibly seen this coming?
Makes you feel any better. Siobhan did take her gun.
That's true.
She's gonna throw her machete at you, though.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, she rolled a 7.
Oh, God.
Go ahead and roll athletics.
4.
3 shifts of damage. Machete beds itself right in your side. You start leaking blood juice.
Ugh. On the plus side, I've got her machete now.
Yeah, it's your guys' turn again.
Okay, is it selfish of me if I ask to go first again?
Yeah, but I don't know if he's gonna say no.
I will say no,
Audrey wants to do something first.
just because there's somebody actively
Dying.
dying over here. I'm gonna throw a fate point out here for
Sure.
my combat medicing. Oh, that's a 5. And I used a fate point. I wanted it.
You rolled a 7. What's the effect of combat medic again?
Well, would a 7 be a success with style?
What are you rolling against? Her highest shift of damage, I think?
Yeah, against their highest filled-in box on the physical stress track.
I only have a max 3.
So he's definitely a success with style.
So that ally can erase a mild consequence they currently have as long as it's physical damage.
Well, the only one I have is severe, so
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it's just like a normal success.
But yeah, you can erase your 3 shift box. Who's going next?
Silas, remember how Harmony didn't step out of the way of the Molotov?
I do, in fact.
So, still wreathed in flames, Harmony is going to follow after the Iron Ghost, and she's going to hold out a hand, and staring her down with her black sclered eyes, she's just going to say, "Au revoir, Fantôme de Fer." And I'm going to roll Kinesis. I'm going to invoke Host with the Most. I'm going to invoke Spirits for the Spirit. And because Harmony is currently on fire, I'm going to take advantage of my Elemental Mastery stunt. So this next roll I'm going to make is going to be with a +6 modifier.
Jesus
Nice,
Christ.
So
nice.
you better not blow it.
Watch him get a -1.
11.
Well,
Wow.
that's a little better.
Jesus.
Well, the ghost rolled a -1.
Holy shit.
All right, Jack, tell us what this looks like.
Harmony holds out her hand, and then the flames that are covering Harmony's body all sort of coalesce and like writhe around her hand, and then like tendrils they reach out and just surround the ghost. And then there's suddenly just a bright flash of light as the Iron Ghost just supernovas.
Ooh.
Yeah, the pillar of fire engulfs her from head to toe, all the way to the ceiling. And when it dissipates, there's just like a whole cloud of smoke filling that area of the room. And as it disperses, you see that she's still standing there. She's not dead.
Tabernacle.
All right, who's going next?
Not everyone all at once. Jesus. All right, I'll go.
Nobody wants to go after that. We're too demoralized.
What? She just took a 12 shift hit and kept standing. What's so bad about that?
Come on, guys.
Shut the hell up.
All right. Well, fuck. Eat grenade. That's a 1.
You gonna let that stand?
I mean, I'd really rather not.
Also, you should probably roll willpower first.
That's a 2. That's not enough.
As you go to attack the Iron Ghost again, she looks over her shoulder, and one look from her eyes has you frozen in place as the images of your family's death begin to float in front of your eyes once more.
God fucking damn it. I can't even move now, can I?
Yeah, it's the end of your turn.
Yeah, fuck.
Who would like to go next?
sure. Can I conjure oil in front of Harmony?
You could try.
Conjuration 7.
Yeah, you conjure up a puddle of oil.
And that concludes my turn.
I'll roll the recon roll that Audrey seems to keep failing.
Go for it.
I got a 5.
Your wolf's senses. You notice a peculiar scent, and realize that the last time the ghost came through this part of the cave, she seemed to walk right through the wall to the north of you.
Mm-hmm.
So you sniff around a bit, and you sniff up to the north part of the wall, and as your nose bumps up against the wall, you realize part of the wall you just passed right through because it's actually an illusion.
Mm-hmm. So what can I do with this information?
You can walk through the wall, at least to the other side of that passage. Duke is gonna run over to Siobhan and say, "Aye, come with me if you want to live." You gonna let him pick you up, Siobhan?
Yeah, I'll accept it, I guess. Just kind of like
He scoops you up into his big, strong Scottish arms and runs away again. All right, Iron Ghost's turn now. Harmony, as you watch the Iron Ghost stand there after your attack, she suffered a lot of burns all over her body, so it's not like she's unaffected by the attack. She's definitely affected by it. The scarf covering her mouth has been mostly burned away, so she reaches up and rips it off of her face, and as she lays her face bare, you can see that she has no lips. She has a giant gash for her mouth, like, so you can just see her teeth and like a skull's grimace staring at you. And she's gonna advance towards you and try to bludgeon the living shit out of you. She's gonna do what you did. She's gonna invoke 2 aspects on this one.
What?
I should roll an 8.
Oh, jeez.
So roll physique against an 8.
That's a 0.
Well, okay, so you are looking at extreme consequence or death.
I will take an extreme consequence.
All right, then you need to replace one of your main character aspects other than your high concept with a consequence aspect.
Okay.
She reaches out, grabs you by the head, and slams you to the ground.
All right.
And it's your turn.
I'm gonna let Guinevere keep exploring the cave, Ms. Recon, and I'm gonna head back this way. Because holy shit, someone is beating the shit out of one of my baby bears. I'd like to get closer to her, but if I should shoot first. Should I roll the willpower? Is that
Yeah, so you need to roll willpower.
Yeah.
Ooh,
A
4. Good job.
Not too bad. I got a chance.
That's a success.
Then I'm gonna roll a snipe here, and that's a 3.
Your defense roll is a 2. So that's 1 shift of damage.
Yeah, I'm helping.
Wee!
Next, who wants to get fucked by a ghost?
And I will continue to roll recon and just try to move forward. Got a 4.
Yeah, there's something to the south.
Cool. I go and explore.
Something.
Stepping through the immaterial stone wall, you find yourself in a dimly lit Spartan prison cell. A magic circle is inscribed on the floor in chalk. Sitting in the center of the circle is a small, shriveled old woman with long, stringy gray hair and leathery brown skin. Her nose is hooked and her eyes are sunken deep into her face. She's dressed in rags and her bony arms are shackled with iron manacles. A long tobacco pipe is clenched between her teeth. She takes a puff of it and exhales a long stream of smoke, which rises into the air and circles lazily about her head like a halo. Well, it's about time someone showed up.
Are you Oma?
That's what they call me.
Great. We need your help to dispel, and destroy this one bitch that's literally killing our entire squad.
I'd love to, but I'm kind of tied up with cold iron at the moment.
Great. How do I get it off of you?
I don't know, a lockpick?
Sweet baby Jesus. So I'm in my dire wolf form. Can I try to, attack the cold iron in, the chain weak spot or something?
Sure, go for it.
I got a 4.
Yeah, you're able to bite right through them with massive direwolf strength.
Sweet. Now climb on my back, woman.
Ride me.
My God!
Didn't we talk about this?
She rubs her wrists, which are obviously very sore after being tied up in, chained up in manacles, and she clambers as best she can onto your back and just kind of lays there like a dead person, but she's alive, and she's not very heavy either.
Can I roll mysticism to communicate with Audrey that I found Oma and I'm bringing her back?
Sure.
Got a 1. Which makes sense. I'm in a cave.
Yeah, it's just your mental signal can't get through the thick stone walls.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll go next then. I'm just gonna move 2 back and snipe.
Alright, I think you still need to make a willpower roll, though.
I do. 5.
Oh yeah, it's good enough. You're able to shake off the illusion. Make your snipe attack.
Again. Yeah, I got a 5 on my snipe too.
She rolled a 5 on her defense.
Well, yep. Okay, that's my turn.
From my position on the ground, Harmony is just gonna she's going to roll Kinesis first, and then use the opportunity after distracting the ghost by setting her on fire to run away. So that's a 5 for Kinesis.
She rolled a 6 on her defense.
Even though it didn't do any damage, I'm hoping that I can create an opening to just move 2 zones away.
Sure, there's nothing stopping you from moving.
I just want to light this oil slick on fire. I don't know if you want me to roll for that.
Go ahead and do it for posterity's sake.
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, I can't get less than 0, so...
The oil slick jumps out of your way.
The oil slick nimbly dodges.
Got a 12 on its physique. What the fuck?
I got a 6 on my explosives roll.
Yeah, the oil slick bursts into flames.
And I want to flip off the Iron Ghost. Why not?
Fuck. What do you guys want Doogie to do? I don't know what he can do.
He's got a machine gun.
Yeah, but he doesn't have good willpower.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's time for Doogie to believe in himself.
All right, you made your point. I'm gonna give it a try. Oh my god, he
Holy shit.
Attaboy!
actually worked.
I want Doogie to get the killing blow now so badly. Everyone quickly believe in Doogie.
He rolled a 1. His attack. She rolled a 2 on her defense.
Ah.
Yeah.
The Iron Ghost is going to retreat backwards into the darkness.
We got her to retreat.
I would like to give chase, but I am also almost dead, so Harmony is going to just slump up against a wall and try to fight off the urge to just pass out.
I'm going to use my movement to just regroup with Audrey and Doogie over here. It's been a little while. How you guys been?
Oh, back and forth.
Thanks.
Lots of
There's
people
a
back.
machete in me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll my good old mysticism. -1. How the hell did I get a
Holy
-1?
shit.
Silas, you take 1 shift of damage.
What, actually?
No, I'm fucking with you.
She just grabs the machete and wiggles it a little bit.
Does it hurt when I do this? Does it hurt when I wiggle it?
Ah!
Tyson, this game just really doesn't seem to like you rolling dice, does it?
No, it doesn't like me. Yeah, I did see Harmony head south, so I'm gonna head south.
Are we out of combat now?
No.
No, I'd say we're still in. Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't a concession then. Okay.
No.
No, she's lingering.
That's what I said. Yeah, horror film. She's just gonna keep popping up behind us.
So, just real quick, Kellen, there's no other illusionary walls where I am other than the one I came through.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Okay. I was gonna ask if I can use my free invoke to up my speed as a wolf so I can go and see Audrey.
No, you can't really use your free invoke that way, but that'd be a cool idea for a stunt.
Fuck jakes. Okay.
You could just make a double move and move 4 zones.
Okay, so how about I come out and I go with Siobhan and with Oma on my back. So now that I'm with Siobhan and I tell her, hey, I got Oma, please get on my back so I can move you.
You say it to Javon?
Yeah, I say that to Siobhan.
Okay.
I guess I hop on Guinevere's back.
Cool. And then I bring us one more space forward towards Silas and Doogie. And then I'm going to re-roll mysticism to attempt to contact Audrey to tell her that I have Oma and Siobhan. And 2.
Yeah, you're able to make contact.
Cool. Audrey! I found Oma!
Good.
Yep. And that's, I guess, what I can do. And that's my turn.
Alright, who's going next?
I want to conjure a wall, but I'm not sure where. I think I'll conjure it in front of Doogie and Silas because that's where we last saw the Iron Ghost.
Okay.
4.
Ye conjure yon glass wall.
Cool. Well, it's done dick all, but it slows her down a little bit.
There are echoing footsteps as something moves around in the darkness, but nothing appears in front of you.
God.
It's your guys' turn again.
Well, I don't know if Harmony wants to come to me or I'll go
over to you, Audrey.
I'd call over to you at least. Yeah. Yo.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna stagger over and then just kind of just sort of grab onto Audrey's shoulder for support.
Is that your turn, Jack?
I guess I can try to roll recon so that the ghost doesn't get the drop on us.
You can try.
Good idea.
1.
I was gonna say, do you have probably have a lot of blood in your eyes at the moment.
Then I will go next so I can heal your ass. It is a 4.
Okay, my highest shift box right now is the 3.
I think your 3 is healed then.
You are slightly less dead.
I'll take it.
Good, because that's what you're getting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you live.
Thanks.
We have lots of adventures after this. Hunting down Nazis.
Can I just blindly throw a grenade through that tunnel behind me?
Seriously?
I mean, what else
sure.
is my major action for? Okay, I just want to blindly throw a grenade through there. I don't know if she's coming through there and we can't see through it.
To the west or through the illusory wall?
Through the illusory wall to the north.
Okay.
That's a 4.
There's an explosion.
Oh, good. I was worried.
I think it's Doogie's turn. Doogie says, I'll go on ahead and scout it out and make sure everything's safe. So he runs through the illusory wall to the north, more echoing footsteps from the darkness. It sounds like it's going away from you for the moment.
I feel like she's going towards the exit.
No!
Just fucking off.
No!
Fuck these guys.
I mean, she is also pretty hurt. You guys did do a good number on her.
Did we though? I mean,
Yes, I'll tell you how much of a number you did on her at the end of this session.
I mean, we've technically got the mission objective. Start trying to leave, I guess, at this point.
So I'm gonna move after Doogie, actually. Head up that way, because he's heading for the exit, roughly.
Yeah, I'm gonna start making my way out too. I'm gonna move first so I can point out the tripwire to everyone on our way out.
As you open the door, nothing happens.
Does the door open?
Yes, the door opens. As you open the door, it doesn't.
The room I'm in stretches to accommodate the swing of the door and the next room.
You open the door and there's just another door behind it.
Occupying the exact same space as the previous door. Alright, I'm just gonna call back. Seems clear.
You guys all hustle into the room adjoining the stone cabin to the prison, going up the stairs. Guinevere, you're the last one through. As you go, you take one last look behind you. And there, walking out of the darkness, you see the ghost, just a few steps behind you all. As your eyes meet hers, she stops for a second. And Oma pops her head up over your shoulder, looks the Iron Ghost in the eye, and says, "Go back to your master, whelp." Long, tense moment of silence. And the Iron Ghost retreats into the darkness.
Neat. I'm gonna close the fucking door behind us.
Yeah. Let's go already.
So you guys overtly make your way through the lockup, which seems eerily abandoned, back into Doogie's cell and out the hole you exploded into the side of the wall.
Let's put the wounded on the largest flying things.
Hang on now, kids. I got this. Oma puts 2 fingers in her mouth and gives a loud wolf whistle. For several long moments, there is silence. Then, far off in the distance, you hear a loud thud, then another, and another, in rapid succession, coming towards you quickly. Suddenly, a massive shape bursts from the tree line. It's a house, or rather a ramshackle cabin, sitting atop what appears to be a pair of giant chicken legs. The house on legs comes to a stop in front of you all and squats down, bringing its front door to your level.
is a house moving fucking castle?
It's
Like,
the Baba Yaga
Baba
house.
Yaga.
It's a Baba Yaga house, yeah.
I do not know what a Baba Yaga is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
It's,
that's
it's an
interesting.
old lady who looks like that, who lives in a house that looks like that.
Well then.
Oma holds out her hands and she slowly levitates off of Guinevere's back and towards the cabin, opening the door with a wave of her hand. She turns and beckons to you all. Come along now, we haven't got all night.
I'm gonna follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in here.
I'm going.
I wander in as well.
The interior of the cabin is rustic but cozy. There's a large stove keeping the place hot and stuff. There's a lot of magically animated tools like brooms sweeping up and everything. Oma takes a seat in the center of the house, holds up her hands, and gives a snap of her fingers. The door closes, the house rises to its feet, turns, and with a little shimmy starts dashing off across the countryside. French landscape whips by you in a blur of green. The night sky begins to lighten to herald the approaching dawn. Thunder rolls, lightning crashes, but the storm is behind you. Before you are the gray skies over the English Channel and home, getting gradually closer.
Roll credits.
We're not done yet.
Siobhan conjures the words. Do you have another name, Oma?
Really? Just use mysticism.
Just use sign language.
Make a pen.
This is more extra, so I'm going to do it.
She reads what you wrote down and chuckles slightly. My true name has been lost across the centuries, but I'm often referred to. Oma is common, grandmother, but most know me by the name Baba Yaga.
I just kind of nod, just okay. Why did they imprison you?
Same reason everyone comes after me. They wanted my power. I mean, to put it lightly, and without bragging, I am probably the most powerful witch known to history, so it makes sense.
So you were rescued by the Allies for the same reason you were imprisoned by the Axis?
Makes sense to me. I'll give this to your side. You didn't lock me up in a cage and cave and shackle me with a cold iron.
I kind of do like the fair enough shrug, I guess.
I don't care much for the conflicts of mortals. Your wars don't mean much to me. But they decided to make it personal. So I feel like I have a little score to settle now.
I have 2 questions then. So my first question is, do you actually want to go back to England with us, or would you rather we just leave you to your own devices once we get to the coast?
Listen, I may be a hermit, but I do like settling my debts. I owe you one. I'll see that through to the end.
All right. I just wanted to make sure this choice.
Trust
being
me,
made
kid, if
by
I
you.
didn't want to stay somewhere, I wouldn't stay there.
I'm just making sure I understand the choices being made by you, not by us. The other question is, do you mind if I smoke?
Smoke if you got 'em.
I mean, I will in a moment, and I conjure a cigar.
I'm a little rusty on modern politics. Is King George still in power?
Which one?
God, there's more than one?
Actually, I do have one other question. What do you know what the limits of your powers are?
I know I'm probably, as far as I know, the last surviving witch who can use the old magic.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
I need to take a rest, sorry.
As you confer with yourself about your possibility to heal, there's another roll of thunder from the storm behind you guys in the distance. Baba Yaga cocks her head. Do you hear that? Just then, there's a flash of light and the entire cabin is rocked violently.
I swear to God, if that's Forenza.
Is there a... When you got into the house, or is there like a front porch on this thing?
Yeah, there's probably a little porch around it, like a circular porch.
I'd like to go take a look at what's going on.
I poke your head out the window and look around. Red bolts of plasma crackle and jump from cloud to cloud. Riding atop the thunderhead is Forenza, the witch you fought at the Duchamp steel mill. Lightning curls out of her back like spider legs, and her eyes are burning with crimson fury. I won't let you escape! She screams something unintelligible at you as she lunges forward.
How do you drive this thing?
That's my own mental concentration. It's sort of a more advanced form of your broomsticks.
In that case, Harmony snaps her fingers and summons her broomstick to come flying up next to the Baba Yaga house.
Wait. Why are you going straight towards the friggin' plasma lightning?
I'm going to try and draw her fire.
I want to, like, snarl and, like, snap at, like, the seat of your pants and drag you back.
I mean, we could do like a contested roll.
Depends on how big a deal this is to you guys right now.
It's a pretty big deal to me. Like, I don't want you to go out there.
Alright, then let's do a contest. Just like old times.
Apparently some person on Reddit did tell us we weren't doing enough contests.
Yeah.
What am I rolling? Athletics?
Guinevere, you roll physique.
I got a 3.
What did I get? I got a
You
2.
got a 2.
Are we doing the full contest where it's like first to 3 wins?
Let's do it.
Okay, well.
Alright. That's 1 point for Guinevere.
Damn it.
That's a 3.
That's 1 point for Harmony. It's 1 to 1.
Well, I got a 2.
I got a 4.
Damn it!
I jump out the window and as I do, I just look through the window at Guinevere and rev the motorcycle and I say, "Take care of Titan for me." And then she speeds off into the storm.
I would like to, before Harmony gets too far away, because I want to use my this stunt that I created.
I thought she called it focus.
Oh, it is, right. No, that's that one. Because I'm going to take a shot at Forenza to give and pass the invoke on to Harmony. A 3. So, so Mama Bear. We'll invoke Mama Bear on it.
All right, so
And
one
toss out
free
the fake
invoke to Harmony.
I would like to use Conjuration. Big surprise. In one of these zones between Forenza and Harmony, to conjure a series of spires that would attract and/or conduct lightning. It's sort of a way to provide an advantage for defending against Forenza's attacks.
Good idea.
So here's Conjuration. That's one. Can I invoke No More Graves to reroll that?
Sure,
That's a 4. That's much
that's
better.
good enough. You could probably get one spire from that, or it'll affect one zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone play Final Fantasy X?
A little bit.
Oh, there's a region in Final Fantasy X that was in a constant state of a lightning storm, and there were these big rock spires you could hide under to avoid getting zapped.
I remember I saw my brother play through that part once. You get a free invoke on the spires you made. You just want to pass that along to Harmony, or you want to keep that?
I'll just pass it along.
Okay. All right, should we just go into combat now then, guys?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your initiatives.
Yes.
6. Nice.
Yes.
Cool.
I can't even beat that. It's a -2.
She ambushed us, and she is not at all prepared for
We
this
counter.
shit.
We counter ambushed her. Harmony is gonna swerve towards the Thunder Plains, revving her motorcycle as loudly as possible. I don't know. Can I attempt to taunt with the talk action?
Sure.
That's a 1. I say something, but it's drowned out by the roar of my
Hang on, I'm
engine.
gonna have her make a defense roll. Let's see what it is with intuition. She rolled a -1, so it worked. What do you yell, Harmony?
I think just a string of French Canadian sacres, or like Hostie de Paymar de Tabarnak.
We trying to create an advantage on her?
Yes, I guess doing a shift of mental damage would
Oh,
not.
you want to do mental damage to her? Okay,
I mean,
that's fine.
sure.
She takes 2 shifts of mental damage, and she yells, "Shut up!"
I guess I'll just, as my minor action, am I able to take aim or something like it?
No, but it sounds like a good idea for a gameplay mechanic I might add later.
Okay. Okay then. Well, pew pew, motherfucker.
Yeah, you rolled a 1 on your attack. She rolled a 2 on her defense. So your shot, obviously, there's a lot of movement going on. It's hard to get a clear shot, so it just flies off into the thunder.
I'm gonna try something that hasn't been done, I guess. I'd like to roll mysticism to project my voice into Forenza's mind. More than just, not really my voice, just basically just scream as loud as I can mentally.
Make a
inside
psychic
her
attack
head.
against her. I got you.
Exactly,
All right.
for mental damage and stuff, yeah. Because that was I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Cool. It's a 3. I'm gonna leave it.
Kellen didn't plan on any of us using mental attacks, so
Yeah, she takes 3 shifts of mental damage. She just grabs the side of her head and screams in pain.
So I was. She's what was that? 5. Yeah, 5 zones away from me, which is actually further than I can yeet a grenade, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a tough throw even for you.
So I was trying to think to myself. I mean, what's an explosives appropriate weapon that I could, or an explosive weapon I could use to maybe snipe that far? I don't know, because it seems even in this universe a little unrealistic to just wing a grenade that far. So I would like to conjure a mortar launcher.
Okay.
everyone in the house, y'all might want to cover your ears.
Oh, it's gonna get loud. That's a 4.
Yeah. You get a mortar launcher.
Cool.
I'll say the way we'll work this, we'll consider it an advantage. I'll give you free invokes that you can use if you're making an attack at long range. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
I guess what I'll do is change out of my dire wolf form because there's really no need for me to be in it now. And I guess I'll just sit on the floor and kind of just focus my mental energy into a mysticism attack, I guess.
All right, roll mysticism.
I got a 1.
Well, she rolled a -2, so these 3 shifts of damage.
Okay.
And that's a consequence for her.
And it's just that high pitched whining that irks you, but it's just loud enough to just keep her upset.
You gave her tinnitus. Yeah. It's probably not going to amount to much because Forenza's just going to dash forward and electro punch Harmony in the face.
I'm going to probably use my invoke for the Thunder Plains on my defense roll.
It's to me. Oh my god, she rolled a 9.
Oh, fuck off.
God damn it.
So go ahead and roll physique.
Oh, look at that, a 2.
Didn't you invoke on that?
Oh, look at that, a 4.
Do you want to invoke anything else?
I guess I'll invoke won't stand for this. Okay, so that's 3 shifts for me then?
Yes, 3 shifts of damage.
Okay.
So it's your guys' turn again.
When Forenza goes to punch me, I'm going to grab the arm that hits me by the wrist, and I'm going to hold my other hand out to Forenza's face, and she's going to say just like, I'm so done with Nazis. And roll Kinesis. So that's a 5. I'm going to spend the focus and make it a 7. I'm going to spend won't stand for this and make it a 9.
She rolls 2.
So that's 7 shifts.
She's going to invoke Storm Spirit to drop it down to 5 shifts.
I guess we learned another one of her aspects.
That is a severe consequence she's taking. What do you want this consequence to be, Jack?
Would 3rd degree burns be invocable on anything?
I mean, that's all how you do it.
That is exposed bone on her face now.
And now we're fighting Red Skull.
And then for my move action, I'm going to disengage. I'm going to fly. I'm going to swoop down and fly right between the Baba Yaga house's legs, and give everyone else a clear shot at Forenza now.
Could I conjure acid above her?
I want
rain?
Conjure Acid in front of her since you guys
yeah.
are moving pretty fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna conjure acid in front of her then.
Sure. Make a conjuration attack.
5. I'll invoke the 3rd degree burns because I feel like acid onto your freshly 3rd degree burned face is not a excellent scenario.
All right. She rolled a 5 on her defense. That's 2 shifts of damage.
So, I'm going to fire a mortar at Forenza. Big surprise. And since we're back to doing big kid damage to her, just gonna go for regular high explosive shell. I'm probably gonna invoke a couple things on this too, but we'll see what I roll first. So that's a 6.
Sure is.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna invoke my mortar launcher on this.
Hey man, use it or lose it at this point.
1-man armory as well.
Yes. So that's a 10.
Yeah.
I like to think the force of the motor going off just like causes the whole chicken house to like lurch forward slightly.
I mean, the kickback would probably drop the back end where I am.
Yeah, just a fucking like coup burst.
Oh man, she rolled a 5.
Well, you know what? I'm glad I did those extra invokes.
She's gonna invoke Storm Spirit on that again. Sort of use her electricity and like pull the storm clouds around and try to cushion the blow in a magical, decidedly non-scientific way.
Fair enough.
Damn it.
It's still 3 shifts of damage. It's not bad.
Can I? Let's see here. Yeah, can I use a fate point to use grenade bouquet on this?
Was that an explosive? It was. I don't see
Yeah.
why you couldn't.
All right, cool.
I was gonna say at this point you know my rules better than I do.
I mean, I made that stunt, so it's a 0, and I don't have anything else I can invoke.
Oh yeah, you kind of tapped out.
I'm gonna do another mysticism mental attack. I think it's a 4. Can I invoke the TV1 thing?
The TV wine. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, wine. There you go. Yeah, sure. So there's a fate point for that to boost it up to a 6.
Just roll 3s. That's 3 shifts of damage. What was your mysticism attack? What did that look like?
I'm going more for instead of just like mentally screaming at her, more like the feeling of a headache, like just pushing in on all sides, kind of thing, mentally.
Oh, it's kind of
I'm
kind of
invading.
telepathically sending pain into her.
Exactly. Yeah. She's already been damaged enough by all this other shit that it's probably not too hard to make her feel pain that way.
Guinevere, what do you want to do?
I guess the same.
Mysticism attack?
Sure.
Just gonna fucking wreck her mentally. Yeah.
I got a 2.
You want to use your free invoke on that?
Well, let's see what happens when I reroll. I didn't do any better.
Well, she rolled a 6 on her defense anyway, so...
Once you hear enough mental screaming, you kind of just push it to the background.
Alright, Forenza's turn. She's gonna leap from cloud to cloud and land on top of the Baba Yaga hut. And she's gonna, like, raise up her hands and summon down lightning bolts to blast the whole thing and make a kinesis attack against all of you at once. She can do that because she has a stunt that lets her do it. So I need all of you to make a physique roll. 6 shifts of damage.
So I'd like to invoke a place for everything and everything in its place. My place is not death yet. Friends' place is to die, so I can't do that yet.
Okay.
And then the other one is I will create the world in my image, and I'd like to conjure rubber.
Like just like a sheet of rubber?
Just kind of like
rubber, a condom.
a sheet of rubber above me.
So you take 3 shifts of damage from the lightning then. The lightning strikes the house, you all take a big hit of electricity, and you all look around to see if everyone's okay. You see Doogie lying on his back with severe burns.
I didn't feel so good, Mr. Rhodes.
Audrey, want you to find my wife. I want you to tell her, I'm sorry I didn't put the toilet seat down more often.
I'll tell her.
Promise me.
I promise, Doogie.
I go now to join me pappy up in the big good place in the sky.
No.
Cool. I'm gonna roll conjuration to put a cannonball above where she is. Conjure a cannonball.
That's 3 shifts of damage.
Bonk.
Does the cannibal have Acme written on it? By any
It does now.
Scott, you know what you just did?
What?
You just killed her with a cannonball.
Nice.
I guess I just kind of like look out the window as I see friends fall and just wave goodbye.
All right, you knock her off the roof, and she spirals out into the sky. She tries to catch herself, but she starts quivering and spasming. You can see the wounds on her body, both of those left over from the steel mill, and the fresh ones just inflicted on her, start to glow red hot. Black smoke begins to blur with the storm cloud. Sparks crackle and flares. Her body burns hotter and hotter. Commandant! Forgive me! Forenza screams as she explodes in a brilliant aurora of red light. And the storm begins to clear.
Siobhan collapses now due to just pain.
Mm-hmm.
Time to lick some wounds.
Baba Yaga calls all your attention to the front window. Children, we've reached the channel. And you look out, you see the English Channel in front of you. The house pauses for a moment on the shores of the English Channel, then dips its long legs into the water. It wades out until the water's all the way to the front step of the house, and it starts duck paddling across the channel. As the sun rises behind you and dapples the waves with its soft orange glow, you find yourself wondering what kind of reception awaits you at the barracks.
Probably not a good one.
We'll face whatever we have to face. We got the job done.
I mean, we could deliver the fucking mail.
You hear a coughing sound from behind you. Hey, I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought. I think I might pull through.
Gosh.
Doogie!
Elsewhere in the world, the sun shines on the proud spires of an ancient stone castle. Men and women, all dressed in black uniforms, mill about in the courtyard, but all of them stop and look to the sky as an object descends. A black wooden coffin descends by magic and comes to a rest in the center of the yard, and out of the coffin steps the Iron Ghost. Some of the other soldiers move to greet her but fall silent as they see what she carries in her arms. Without a word, the ghost walks solemnly through the gates, into the keep, through the hallways, and ascends the highest tower. In the room at the top, a woman stands with her back to the door. She wears a black officer's uniform emblazoned with the emblem of a silver dragon with wings outstretched on the back. Her golden blonde hair is tied into a bun and braided loops. I already know. She turns around, and her ice blue eyes are welling up with tears. I felt it when it happened. The ghost steps into the room and gently lays the charred body of Forenza on the sofa. The commandant stands beside her and runs a hand across Forenza's cheek. Too many sacrifices. She looks at the ghost. It's too many, Constance. The ghost says nothing, merely looking at the commandant with her empty grey eyes. But we will not let these sacrifices be in vain. We've already come so far, we must see things through. For their sake. The commandant walks over to her desk where a vase of flowers is on display. We have finished our preparations in Berlin and Rome, and we are nearly done in Paris. She plucks a single red rose from the vase and studies it critically. The end is in sight. Just a little further. Just one final push. Returning to Ferenza's side, she lays a hand on the Iron Ghost's shoulder. Constance, my dearest friend. If it were not for you, I'd have given up ages ago. She smiles for just a moment before looking back at Ferenza mournfully. Tell me how she died. Who was responsible? The ghost says nothing. The Commandant holds the rose up in front of her. They call themselves Salem's Lot, you say? In her hand, lines of frost begin to spiderweb across the rose, gilding the thorns and petals in pale white ice. She lays the frozen rose on Ferenza's chest. I'll kill them myself.